Welcome back to the channel, people. My name is Patrick. Just checking that we are live and everything's good on YouTube. Okay, so we are live. Welcome back. So another day, Wednesday today. It is the 14th of May, and what we've got. So last night I had a look at the chart, had a look at the market to see if I was reading it right. So I had an overall look at different instruments, EURUSD, had a look at FTSE, had a look at DAX, had a look at gold. So some of the calls I made yesterday worked out exactly as I expected, especially on gold and DAX, and I think FTSE as well. So I backtested EURUSD, and what I saw is basically this, right? It's very hard to trade right now, okay? So it's very hard to trade. It's in the supply zone. I did say yesterday it was potentially could get there. I was in the buy here, tried to get up, but as you saw, it took us out. It took me out for break even. So I took a small scout there, left the runner, break even. I was hoping the runner get into this supply zone, and it's done that, but without me. So yesterday was extremely hard to trade. I was able to get 2 wins and a reduced loss. Okay, so it was difficult, and I've had a look back and I've seen it wasn't just yesterday, it has been difficult for the last month or so. So now it's in this supply zone, and I would assume it's going down, but the way it's just not giving me anything. If you just zoom in quickly, you see it just going sideways. So I decided not to touch that, and this morning I had a look at the other pairs. You can see I'm actually in the position right now, and that's on gold. So on gold, I saw the setup. So we had price coming down, breaking structure. So I entered as soon as I could. I didn't wait for the pullback. Should have waited for that pullback. But as I entered, I was able to get a small move. Made a little bit of a mistake. I don't normally trade gold, so I was actually over leveraged on gold. So I was trying to get out as quick as possible. So I was able to make some profit with this. I made about $60. And now I've left the runner to see if it can move further. I expect it to reach a resistance point before it starts pulling back down. If not, it could reverse all the way to try to fill this gap. So if it doesn't come back down, that is. So I'm going to clean this up a bit and have a look at where I want TP. So this is a free trade really, because I've made money on the move already. I've made $60, and now I'm only risking about $49. So I can afford to hold this. And if I'm wrong, it's when it gets underneath my stop loss, that's when I'm wrong, and maybe continues down and it's not interested in this gap. Maybe we'll see. It should, in my opinion, but based on what I'm seeing, hold and potentially push up, but we're gonna have a look at that in a second. It has broken structure to the downside, so we could see, but I'm gonna have a look at that in a second, and I may close this trade if I don't start getting any indication it's going to continue going up. So let me just zoom out a little bit, find the support or the resistance. I don't trade based on support and resistance, but if I'm in a trade, I'm going to be mindful of where price could turn around at. And sometimes price does turn around at supply zones if I'm buying. And if it is at a major support or resistance, it could turn around there. And I don't want anything to eat into my profits, essentially. So that's why I pay attention to other ways of trading, because sometimes they work. They don't always work, but sometimes they work. Okay, so we got that supply zone there. So price tapped into it, came down, pull back up. Let's see from our entry what our major resistance should be. Will be here. Okay, so these equal lows, that will be our first stumbling block. And as you can see, price more or less got there and it's pulling back based on that. Potentially it could just pull back, tap into this zone where it reversed from, this demand where it started reversing from, and push up again, which is what I'm hoping, and that's why I'm holding this, and we're gonna see. If it does hold here, continues, it pushes up, tests this resistance, gets above it, I would assume it uses it for support and continues this this beginning trend here, and that will be ideal. That's what we want to see. If not, it's going to stop us out. Simple as. On the higher time frame, what this looks like is a pole and flag formation going down, descending. So we had the trend up here, been trending for a while. Reversal here, major reversal. As you can see, broke the structure. We had lows, lower highs, and here it broke it, creating lower highs here and lower lows here. Then it broke it again, came back up here to this major reversal, and it started trending down again. So looking at this from this view, it obviously looks like it's coming back down and maybe in towards this demand zone here where it started. So that's the argument for the sell, continuation of the downtrend. And for the buy, it got here, major key price point, shot up there, came in again, shot up there. Hopefully we're going to see another move there. Got potential to do so. I'm not going to hold it for that long. I'm just going to scalp it. I don't want to speculate too much. Looking on slower, we have a downtrend here. There was the structure that was going up. It broke this low, so it's underneath this low. So it's potentially going to continue going down. Based on that, if it's going to maintain this high, it's going to continue going down. However, underneath a low is a great opportunity to buy. It created a breaking structure there, as you can see, and it's just tapping back in there. And I'm hoping that in the next hour candle, so London session starts in about 7 minutes, it should go for, hopefully it goes from here and pushes up, continues up, and maybe tests some of these highs here or these resistance points, at least get into this one and then push up further. I would assume if it beats this one, the next point I would assume would be here, this price point here. So as you can see, the interactions with the candles here, there was a lot of rejection here. It was resistance at one point, became support at another, became resistance again. So I can see price heading back there. And the reason for this is because people are getting active around these zones. One reason or another, don't know why, but people are getting active around these zones, and price tends to look for participants, active participants. So it may find some over there. So you can see people getting involved there. So if price does hold and pushes up, beats this first resistance point, I could see an argument for it going for that next one. But we just have to wait for now. Let's have a look at what the other instruments are doing. EURUSD is just disappointing me. This used to be my bread and butter. Still is. It's just right now very slow, and I'm very disappointed with this kind of price action. There is no major news. It looks like it's going to be sold down. There's a lot of liquidity here. It's just, this isn't my setup. I need to see price moving before I could get into a position, and right now it's not moving. Yeah, it's not moving at all. So it has created a lot of liquidity underneath here. It has tapped into this higher time frame supply zone, like I mentioned. So I would assume it sells, but it's just so risky. There is another way I could play this. I could just take small positions around here, any of these highs, give it a negative risk to reward, and just be patient. And eventually it should pull back to run the liquidity down here. But it's kind of done that already, tapped into it already. So that might be the indication it's going to go up, because it's pulled back there and pushes up. It did reverse from here. Let's say we need to take that into account. It reversed from here, and if we zoom out, we could see where it came from. It came from this major demand zone. So flag and pole, if you look at it that way, pole, flag here. As I said, I think it was on Monday, I could see an argument for price getting down here. As it got down here, I could see swing traders looking for a reversal here, got the reversal and pushed up. So it's pushed up so far, and it could continue potentially. There is liquidity above here. There is liquidity above there. That's what swing traders will be looking for. And however, it's in the supply zone for the current trend down. So it's a 50-50, and that would explain why price is going sideways right now. There is no major news, so there's no real catalyst to move it in any direction. Whatever direction it goes is possibly the intent to continue that trend. So it could be the current trend, or the previous higher time frame trend. We don't know what's going to happen. 50-50 trade, and that's why I'm not getting in. I would like to put small positions here, have a stop loss above here, and wait for it to pull down into this zone, and that would be the scalp. But it's just not the way I trade, and I'm not really comfortable in managing my risk that way, and I'm not really comfortable to hold the trade for that many hours or days. I'm looking for a scalp, 10 pips, and it needs to be significant. So we're looking for something that makes sense. And right now, EURUSD is not making sense. Let me check in on you guys while we wait. Hopefully gold holds. I may have to have a look and manage it. Let's see what happens when London session opens in 3 minutes. Maybe that's what I need for it to start moving in my direction. And we'll take it from there. For all those watching so far, let me know you can hear me. If the audio is clear, or if I need to make adjustments, just put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. If you can't hear me, put a 2 in the chat, or if it's not coming through clearly, let me know. Put a 2 in the chat so I can make adjustments if necessary. And while you're at it, let me know what you're trading. What are you looking at? Are we looking at FTSE? FTSE broke structure to the upside. That's interesting. See what DAX is saying. So yeah, DAX, little reversal here, pushing up, running liquidity here. It's filled that gap now, so it could be bullish. DAX has been bullish for a while now, so maybe it wants to continue the trend. I do believe we're in a trending market right now, and that's why it's been hard for me to find my swing points. That's what I normally look for, looking for price to go one direction, swing go the other direction. All I've been getting really is just little pullbacks, and that would indicate that we are in a trending market, because I struggle in trending markets. I don't tend to trade with the trend. I try to reverse the trend most of the time, or get a little pullback. So there's an argument that this continues going up. I can see it. It's pulled back, filled that gap, and now it's creating lower highs here, and it could continue going up. So potentially that's what's going on in DAX. Still very early days to say. Looks like my goal position may get stopped out soon. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can still see it being bought from here. Let's have a look. London session starts in 1 minute. Let's see how that plays out. And let me check. I'm happy with where my stop loss is. I would prefer it just here. It needs to go down there to run me up, to take me out. $57. Yeah, we're gonna hold it, even though it's tapped that resistance point and it's pulling back here. We're gonna hold it. If it takes us out, it takes us out. That's fine. It wasn't a trade I should have got in so early. I was able to make something from it, and if it takes some of it back, it's fine. Let's see, $57, cool. Yeah, I could take some of that back if it needs to. I'm happy to hold that. London session just started now. Let's see how that plays out. Hopefully London session holds, gets bought up within this zone and gives us a drive up, pulls in, then pushes back up. If not, potentially getting stopped out. But we'll see. We'll see. So basically, the short of it, EURUSD is not doing much. Therefore, I'm looking at other instruments. And to trade other instruments in this current market, I'm going to try to reduce my size and be patient and try to get some wins in this slow market. We've got a slow trending market, and just need to be patient during it. Okay, so it looks like we had the pullback and it's pushing up again. EURUSD. Let's go to smaller time frame and see if setup is there. Okay, can see an argument for a buy, but it's a bit early. Okay, so price looked like it was breaking out here, pushes back up, comes back here. We need to see it push up, break this, and then maybe inclined to buy it. But I feel that's what everyone would do. So I think it pushes up, pulls back in, and we're going to see how that candle prints. If it looks like it's a continuation of the trend, a buy, and then it breaks, then that's the sell that I want. So we're just going to wait, see if we get that set up on EURUSD. It's creating liquidity both sides here. It's run the buy side liquidity so far. The Asia session lows here, just by a bit. It's going to push up. People are going to get excited, think it's potentially going up further. It's going to pull in, and then we're going to see how people react, how it prints. People trade supply and demand, want to see some selling candles, see a break of those selling candles or go long. I want to see that, and if it decides not to go long and it breaks that, that's when I'm selling. So we're going to wait. Hopefully it does it within an hour, so we're not sticking around too long, but we're going to wait and see how that plays out. I've seen this set up a few times, basically. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Yeah, so audio is good. Thank you for letting me know. So you were in gold earlier. What was you doing? I'm guessing you were selling it then, because there was a strong trend. I thought a lot of people would have been selling it, and essentially that's why I went for the long when I saw the structure get broke. But I only had a look at it like for 5 minutes or so, so it wasn't a strong conviction. Quick glance, saw where it was low, it was at demand, there was a lot of liquidity built up, so I thought that was a buy, and I took that. EURUSD is looking interesting now, finally moving. All right, we're gonna wait on EURUSD. GU. So I was wrong about GU so far. I still feel there's liquidity here, but it pushed up yesterday. It's interesting. GU and EURUSD move in a similar fashion. I saw EURUSD as a buy, but for some reason I said GU was a sell, looking at where it was heading, supply zone and so on. But it pushed up. So even though I know they move in the same direction, I misread it, and that's price. That's price. Sometimes you can see something on the same similar charts, but you read it in a different way. It's difficult to find consistency, but that's why I try to limit it down to looking at just one item. I just don't trust GU, but GU's one of those difficult ones. If you catch it right though, make a lot of money on that. EURUSD not doing much yet. FTSE just pushing up. Yeah, I get it. I mean, trading with the trend it makes sense, but you need to be careful. Consider where you are in the trend. If you zoomed out, you will see it reach a point where let's go to GU, not GU gold, right? Okay, so what I saw with gold, yeah, is that it created all of this during the Asian session. Okay, a perfect little trend, up, down, up, down, up, down. And anyone who's trading this is following this, trailing it down. Stop loss there, then stop loss there, stop loss there. And that's what I saw. So I saw that as a risk. So this is what I saw that made me think it was a buy. So following a nice trend, pushes out, comes back there. From this point, it should push out again. And it stops just shy of there, then pulls up. That is a reversal. That's the first indication of the break of that trend. That's a reversal. So when I saw it went a little bit higher and it broke a higher time frame trend, I thought, okay, that's a buy, and I bought it. Okay, so be aware of that. If you are trading with the trend, when you get this push, fake continuation, then come and break that structure, that's where stop losses should have been. I don't know if that's where your stop loss was, but someone would have seen this sell candle here, this engulfing candle, and thought that's a great place to sell. Entered there, saw, got a little piece, then place your stop loss there, and then you would have been taken out there. And that drive is to make sure you got everyone. So maybe that was just a pullback to get the people trading this, and it's going to continue down. And that's why my move here may not work. And that's the risk I'm taking. That's fine. A little pullback, that made me something. I'm about to lose some of it, but we're going to see if it holds. So far, it's looking like it's not going to hold, but we're going to wait. We are going to wait. If anything, I've learned in my last few years of trading, you just need to trust your read, strong in your conviction, strong in your direction. The last thing you want to do is second guess everything you do. The market's difficult enough and it's going to play you. I was in EURUSD yesterday, very choppy, very difficult to read. Very, very difficult to read. Sell was there, pushed up, buy was there, gave a little piece, then came down to stop us out. If I was still in there, I anticipated it, luckily, got out with a small win. Took us out there, so you think it was selling. So looking at it from this point, you think it's selling. Then it went and took everyone out, whoever else was left there selling, and it pushed all the way up. That was the real intention. Why it didn't just go up from here? That's the market. So I just need to trust my intuition at times, and that's where the experience kicks in. You just need to be, okay, just need to rely on your experience at times, learn from your mistakes. So what we're seeing now, so EURUSD pushed up, pulled back in, tapped into this, broke, looking like it's going up. I would argue it's going to push up. That might be a quick buy, stop loss underneath here, potentially, but it's just this trading range. It's just so difficult to trade this. How do you trade this? It's moving sideways. Best thing to do, not get involved. FTSE, it's looking like could have bought. There is a technique for this. I could try. You're just pushing higher. So let's use the 5-minute candle. So next 5-minute candle could push a little bit higher. Leaving stop loss at the previous 5-minute candle could get a few points. But where is it going? Where are you going? I can't see where it's going. It's where it needs to be. So supply zone here, that's saying it down. It's there right now. Yes, there's a trend, but is it beating the supply zone now or not? I don't know. Too hard to call. Can't touch FTSE. There is a breaking structure. We had lower highs here, and it's broke it there, and it's holding these higher lows. So argument is to continue. That's what I'm seeing initially, but it's just so hard to trade right now. Let's get back to that. DAX looks more interesting. Okay, so DAX could be a continuation here to push up higher. Stop loss there. I'm not sure. Trading with the trend's not really me. Not really my thing, but that looks like the move. We'll see. On the fence with that. Gold, it looks like it's going to stop us out on gold, but we're going to wait. Okay. Yeah, gold is selling, so you're on the right move right now. I bought that. I'm holding it to see if I could get it to push back up, but it's right now. It looks like it's a sell. So, well done, you. Hopefully, you got what you could from it. I'm just gonna hold it a little bit longer, and we're gonna make a decision soon. This is where I would expect I would expect it to turn around from this candle. And if I don't start seeing some buying pressure now, yeah, it's done. In this next 4 minutes, if I don't see this candle start pushing back up, this candle, this is that candle, if I don't see it start pushing up, I'll say this is done and I'll be out of the position. So just gonna wait a little bit on gold. I've only been trading for about three years, Forex. I was trading stocks before. I got involved during the GameStop era. Like most people, I got involved through there, made some money quickly. Before that, I was in indexes. I saw what was going on, took a little chance on GameStop, and I can't remember if it was GameStop or it was the other one, the cinema. I think it was a cinema. Took a little, can't remember the name. Took a little chance on it, made like 6,000 on, and that wasn't a demo account. That wasn't a funded account or prop firm. It was my own cash. I made like 6,000. I was like, wow, and that got me really interested in trading, and traded some stocks. And then because of the limitation on how many trades you could take per stock, I started looking at trading Forex. So only been trading Forex for about 3 years now. Let me know how long you guys been trading, and if it's only spot, if it's only Forex, or do you consider stocks and futures? Futures, a lot of people are jumping on futures. Apparently it's a lot easier to trade, and I would welcome that right now, because Forex has just been very slow, very slow. And that's why I'm looking at different instruments, looking at gold, looking at indexes now. It's just been very slow. Got 2 more minutes on this candle. It's here or now or never, so they say. Could reduce my stop loss potentially. I want to see it here. Now I'm gonna do the stop loss. How much am I risking? $57. That's a very small win. Let's round it down, maybe $52. Do we want to miss that? Nah. It should not get underneath this guy here. That's what we don't want to see. That would be a great place to buy. Just even that little move there. But we're going to see what happens here. I don't want to see it come back underneath there. What is that? $48. Don't want to see you come underneath there. It needs to be here. $50. Needs to be this candle. 5 minutes. No, I'm gonna leave it where it was supposed to be. Give it its room to do what it's got to do. 7. I hate losing. I should be okay with just taking this loss, but I hate losing. I'm very competitive. Even if it's $10, I do not want to lose it. This is a free trade. I got out of position already, took some wins from this. So this is a free trade. If I hold it, it makes a decent return. If this works out like I read, that this is a reversal here, and it's just being slow to try get back up. It's just keep on tapping into this demand that started up. So shot up there, came down, tapped into it again, shot up there, came down, tapped in again. So this price point is where it's reacted to. If it holds, there's an argument for it to get above here and try fill this gap. If it holds. If it doesn't, it gets underneath here, it could still be a buy. It's only a, I would say it's not a buy after it gets down this low. That's when I'll say it's beat this zone and potentially it's trending down. But I would be confident to buy it anywhere in this zone, hold the position to try to get up. Hopefully it doesn't play around with my stop loss, take me out, then go up. Hopefully it just holds here and pushes up and starts moving in that direction. And that's why I'm holding it, because the potential win for this is great. And even though I don't like taking losses, I'm willing to take this little loss to try get this big win. And yeah, we're going to hold it. We are going to hold it. We're going to hold it. So far, that candle's looking better now. I said it had to be this candle. If this didn't start moving up, I'll probably lost the position, and it's starting to move up. So I'm going to hold it and see. If this gets all the way back to my entry, then I'm going to move my stop loss to underneath there and try to hold it further and see what we could get from this move. And yeah, come on, gold. You guys put me on to gold, by the way. Millennial FX and the whipping post. You guys put me onto gold, by the way. I think one of you mentioned it yesterday or so, had me looking at it again as a potential instrument to add in, and hopefully it works out. I give you guys the credit for it. If it doesn't, I'm blaming you. No, I'm joking. Take responsibility for all my trades. Let's see, DAX pulling back into this demand. If it is continuing the trend, I would assume once it taps into here, it goes up. If it's not, if it doesn't go up, it's reversing the trend, and that could be the sell, and that's something I'll be interested in. Yeah, above these highs, tapped into this demand, this supply, run some highs, creates so it's run some highs here, it's created a trend here, pushes up, given a bullish indication. This then could be the indication for people to continue this trend. So if anyone's buying this, they're getting in right now, and they got their stop loss there. So if I see it then turn around and sell and gets underneath this, I may be inclined to sell it as well to try and run the remaining liquidity there. Because what happens when someone is about to take this loss here, what do? They move the stop loss there, and then price push down further. And if they're really, really new to this, they keep on moving their stop loss further down, and price push down even further. So that could be a quick scalp. It could then get bought up from there. But that, for me, is very enticing for some people to get in. And that's very well, for me, that's scary. It's not something I would like to get in when I see something like that. Because even though it's a setup that people trade, it's not a setup I feel comfortable trading at all. So I'm not going to trade that. I may be inclined to reverse that. Let's just have a look. If I was to enter on this, we really want to enter when it breaks this low. Yeah. I might sell this. Stop loss there, sell it there. Let's see what happens with this candle. I think I should sell that, but it's a bit early, bit aggressive. EURUSD still not doing anything. Gotta be patient. Have to be patient today. FTSE, what did we say? I was considering buying and continuing this 5-minute trend. Glad I didn't. Looks like it's going to pull back. Maybe goes down to back to the start of the breakout. That could be a sell. Yeah, that could be a sell. Yeah, I'm going to sell FTSE. Small position on FTSE. Let's see. Let me get my position size. I'm going to sell FTSE. I'm going to use a negative risk to reward. Let's see if we could get something from it. Come on. Position size trade. Yes. Okay, so don't want to put too much on it. Come on. There you are. All right, so only want to risk about 0.3. Nah. Sell that, yeah. Stop loss is where I want it to be. Okay. Come on. You miss this trade now. That's on. Stop loss is gonna have to just do this manually. Let me have a look at H1. Let me double check now. That might have been a warning from the universe to check this position before you enter. Trending up, break structure to this upside, start trending down, tap it to this slide. I like it for a sell. Yeah, selling it. Alright, just gonna put a small position. What do we say, 0.3? Let's see what we could do here. Alright, I'm in on FTSE, small position. Let's see. Gonna try and manage this as best as we can. I'm gonna put my initial stop loss up here and I'm gonna adjust it. Looking for a quick scalp just for it to try and get back down to that demand and see if it makes any sense to do so. So 8640. Let's see how much I'm actually risking. Not risking a lot at all. Okay, cool. Could live with that. Very small size. Still playing around with the size, position sizer. Need to work on that after the stream and make sure I know how to use it before I jump on or attempt to use it again tomorrow. That's the first time I try to use it. I'm still in on gold. That's great. Let's see what we could do with the FTSE. Let's see if the TP is even worth the risk. I just put such a small amount on it. I could add to it. 8587. TP 8587. Seven. No, that's not worth it at all, is it? No, that's a pointless trade. There's not enough size on it. I'm gonna stop it there. The pointless trade. I need to put more size on it, but I'm just not comfortable with the trader indices. I'm gonna have a look at it, do my calculations off stream, and make sure I am better prepared when I take an entry there. Probably should have got in for like 0.7 or something like that. But nonetheless, let's see if the trade works out. I expect it to pull down a little bit further. Still in on gold. That's the main position for today. EURUSD is not saying anything. Let's see what's happening with gold. It's pushed back up. Let's see if it holds. Glad to see you hit TP. Yeah, I think a lot of people got involved in trading around the 2020 era. Just too much time on our hands looking for other ways of making money. I spent the whole period of maybe about a year or two learning about finance. I learned about index funds. I knew about investing already. Learned how to invest properly using index funds. Started looking at my pension, my family's pension. Everyone around me heard about pensions around that time. As soon as I learn something, I like to share it. So again, that's who I am. That's why I'm here. When I learn things, I like to share it because it reinforces my knowledge. So I started helping everyone around me start an investment account, learn how to invest in their pensions and so on, saw the benefits from it. It was really interesting, but pensions is a long grind. Obviously, it's not going to make you rich quick, and there's nothing much to do. You just invest into it passively, routinely, should I say, and let the income grow passively. You need to give it time. So after that got me involved into stocks. So it's a cycle. Learn about taxes as well and all that. I just spent a whole year or so learning about finance and started applying it, and that's what got me to where I am now. Gold is looking good now. I could actually look for an entry. The better entry would have been down here where I read it, but the entry is good enough, and we are just going to hold because gold likes to move. It does. If I'm, like I said, if I'm right, even on this small position, this 0.05, which is ridiculously small for me, it's enough. Let's look at TP now for gold, and we might just hold this move and keep an eye out for anything else. So this is on the main account. So glad to see it didn't stop us out, and we could get this. If this trade works out, it should get us back out of drawdown and start moving us into a positive start for the week, and that would be a really good start for me. And I just hope next week EURUSD gets back on track, gets back to being smooth and easy to read. So let's see. TP unlock. Obviously as soon as it as soon as it takes these highs, there's an argument to be scaling our position, right? Or taking some kind of partials. What I would like to see it do is fill this gap here. It's a massive gap, no attempt to fill it at all. It's right at the bottom of the range now. H1. You can see it's at the bottom of the range, just been popping up every time it got here. Popped up multiple times, just attempted to push up higher here. And now there's a target for me. There's a clear target where I see price heading to. So we're going to mark that up and put that as our TP. Whether or not I hold it all the way there, that's a wait and see situation. So 33.07, that's where I'd like to see gold get to, 33.07. Not necessarily go hold it to then. I'm a scalper, so it's going to be very difficult for me to hold a position like that. But 33.07 is where we would like to see gold get to. And that will represent a $300 win. That's great. That'll be nice. Big ask. So not gonna necessarily hold it today. We'll just go wait and see what's going on the DAX. So I was selling FTSE, and it looks like it's gonna work out. The DAX did pull back down. I did say this. Rewind the live if you don't believe me. I said when I saw this big push up here, and then this candle here breaking this is an indication for people trade supply and demand with the trend, the typical influencer setup. You see it all the time, which if you think about it, you probably should go against it. If this is common knowledge, this is the information that retail traders are getting, and all of them are following this, It makes sense for the banks and the big institutions to go against it. That's how they make the money. So they say get in here, stop loss there. There you go. I told you stop loss will be there if people try and move it. There you go. And I said I wanted to get in there. Unfortunately, just didn't take it. I was too busy looking at FTSE and gold. But I'm not in a rush with this. That could just be a pullback to run that liquidity and it could go back up. That could be a buy actually. But that's tempting fate. It is a reversal back down into the demand. It could be a buy to push this back up. I'm not familiar with the DAX like that to be just jumping in. I'm just familiar with price action. So this could be the buy to push this back up, maybe to here before again or continue. So that could be a good buy. Stop loss underneath there. We'll see. Do you know what? I should really switch over to my discretionary account and trade that. And I could enter that with confidence. EURUSD still not doing anything. So glad I did not try to get into this. Gold starting to pull back. Might be done with this gold trade. Let's see. It did everything I needed it to do. So do I hold and wait? So push back up, broke this trend, held there. What is that though? Let me see. Any significance? Yes. H1 significance. I am gonna move my stop loss. Are we coming close to the close of the candle? I am gonna move my stop loss on gold. I don't really want to see it come back down here. Okay, so for me, if gold is continuing pushing up, it shouldn't come and break this low. It's tapped into a H1 sell candle here, and this is a H1 buy candle here. So it's reacting between the two. If it's going to be bullish, it should respect this last low here and push up and take this high. And if it does, great, that's the move. And we're going to hold it. So this is a small trend here, lower highs here. And as you can see, just broke it here. That is where I would want to get in, stop loss underneath there, wait for it to push up higher to take this high. That's what I would like to see. And that would be my confirmation to get into this trade if I hadn't got in already. So more or less getting in here or here is where I would have got in if I just started the trading in the London session. I was an hour or two before London session. Reason is because sometimes that's when the setup appears. So early bird catches a worm and all that. So pay attention to that. Don't necessarily need to wait to the London session. I know a few of you don't wait to the London session. That's a good thing. Have a look at the setup before London session and plan your trades. And London session should continue whatever you're reading if you are right. If not, always good for a quick scalp anyway. Yeah, it's been low volume like these mornings. I prefer trading NASDAQ during the New York session. NASDAQ is a instrument that tends to move like that, right? Up and down, up and down. So it's a good opportunity to catch a scalp, right? So even if you are wrong in the overall direction, you could still be right a little bit. And that's why I prefer trading NASDAQ during that volume. If I get in a read, give myself like a negative risk reward ratio, gives me space to get right a little bit and I'm out. So that's how I prefer trading NASDAQ. So around this time, I wouldn't recommend it. Around this time, we're looking at EURUSD, GU, DAX, FTSE, occasionally gold. Occasionally gold. This is what I learned recently. Gold moves when at its own time. It's either London session, New York session. It's when it's ready. So this is looking good now. I just say if it breaks this high, that's really good. So we are in a nice position in gold. Just gonna look for where to take the profit. I know we are aiming for a higher time frame gap, but we had resistance here, had a pullback, looking like it's going to break that resistance now, maybe use it as support and aim for this next resistance point here. And that's what we're going to keep our eye on. Maybe take a little bit off and leave a very small runner for the longer time frame TP, and I can live with that. So FTSE did have a little pullback. That should have been the entry. I was assuming it'll get there, didn't get all the way there. Glad I got out. Pushing out. Did say it was the difficult one, but on the FTSE, was you buying it? Because it looked like that was the right move. I know it's difficult, to be honest, but it looked like it was the right move, even though the DAX, what was the DAX doing now? The DAX was selling. So that's the problem with FTSE and DAX. It moves in a similar way, but you have to remember they are still two different instruments, weighted completely differently. Calculations are different, stuff like that. So sometimes one of them moves a lot slower than the other. So DAX pushing up again. This stay underneath here, right here, and this candle break was a good opportunity to buy. Not sure how many points that is, but a little move there, a little scalp there. That's not bad. FTSE pushing up now. Let's see what we could do with the FTSE. I don't trust the FTSE. Still see this gap potentially being filled. We're still in the supply zone. It's moving sideways. I don't trust FTSE. There's an argument for it coming down, big argument for it coming down. Does it go back up? Don't know. I prefer to sell. But I'm not going to get involved in FTSE. If you look at it from this view here, it's just moving sideways. Same as EURUSD. Okay, EURUSD finally moving up. Oh, the same way as FTSE. Interesting. Was going sideways, now it's moved up a bit. Finally, we've got some action. So pushes up, I would assume a pull back at some point, and that might be the move. But we're gonna wait. This could be a run on liquidity. It then pulls back in, then goes again, or reverses to try to take these lows. We're gonna have a look at the 5-minute candle. That's closing soon. Let's have a look at where we are in price. Selling opportunity. I'm gonna sell EURUSD. Try to get a small move. And we're gonna use a little bit less size. Anticipating some drawdown. Okay, we are selling in now. Okay, hold on tight. It may just break up and really draw us down. Hopefully it just pushes back in, try to get back into this demand. It is low volume, so it could pull back in, give us a quick win, and that's what we're looking for. Quick win. It's not much at all. I know where I would like to see it, but I'm going to watch the candle print and make a decision. I expect some drawdown. Let's see. So in terms of this, I'm only using 0.5. I don't want to risk more than 0.5 or the count size. So the volume is 0.5. I don't want to risk more than 0.5 the account size. So if this goes about 20 pips against me, I'm out. I just want to see it now, pull back in, maybe 10 pips, and that will be good enough for me. Okay, gold is moving. My gold trade, my gold position is moving. Good. Just need this guy to start acting right. Not been acting right recently. Consolidation pushes up aggressively. We're still in a supply zone. Okay, this is moving very slowly. I'm going to look to put my stop loss down that I got so much time. Okay, might be getting out soon. Small trade on FTSE. Small trade on Euro. Small scalp. Okay, might be getting out soon actually. So the break and retest essentially, and pulling back in. We are out. Just a little move. Just a little move. So that was just using the 5-minute candle. So the close of this 5-minute candle. So this is really a discretionary trade. This isn't my setup, okay? So, but as you saw, there was nothing else. So this is a discretionary trade. This is based on experience. So what I did here, I waited as you saw for the breakout. It pushed out. Now, in most cases, you get the pull back in and it goes out, and that's what everyone anticipates. Because that's where the buyers who miss this breakout is going to wait for. So price tends to do that to give people opportunity to get in. Now, sometimes it just stays bullish and pushes out from here. But because I knew there's no major news, it's going very slow. As you can see, that pullback is expected. It's expected and it happens. So pull back here, and then people want to get back in here, right? On that breakout. So from the top there, you can see it pushing up from here, or some people will wait for a candle print. I anticipated that, so quick move down to get that move, and that's it. That was my quick scalp, and that was it. Okay, so we are almost out of drawdown. If I close this position here, we are out of drawdown. I'm just going to hold that gold position. It's still looking good. It's done everything I wanted it to do, and I just need to be patient now. So this is the setup that I would like to see on EURUSD. This is the setup I've been trading on this account with the systematic approach. Price going down one way, fake like it's continuing, break structure, and essentially this is potentially the start of a new trend. It could just be a pullback, but I don't see anywhere for it to pull back into. So for me, this is potentially the start of a new trend. We've identified the target. Hopefully continues going up towards it. Pull back here. I expect it to push back up there, and hopefully it does. And if it doesn't, small loss. $47. We lose $47. End of the world? Nah. Still up on the day, $50 or so. So it's all good. Where you guys traded from? What time zone? Because that affects obviously when we start trading and what we see on the charts. Are you getting in the Asian session? Are you waiting for London session? Where are you trading from? Okay, gold is looking good. Let's see what happened with EURUSD. If I was right to get out, break and retest makes sense. Pushes up again above this candle and continues this potential uptrend. What I would like to see here actually on EURUSD, and if it happens, I'm getting in again. What I would like to see now is that, let's just zoom out. We're still in the supply zone here. We are on a H1. Let's have a quick look. It's too high. Okay, that was a break and retest. That was a low. So what I would like to see to sell, because I'm not gonna buy this. I don't care. I'm not buying this. It's in the supply zone. It's very high. I'm not buying it from this point. I don't want to be a buyer up here. I look at all. I mean, this is where stop losses are. If there's anyone still in this move who didn't get stopped out here, this is support and resistance. Traders maybe having stop losses 10 pips underneath here. I'm not gonna buy that. I just don't want to put myself where I feel I'm like fish in a barrel, right? It's too risky. So what I want to see for a sell is for it to continue this trend, pull back into this zone here, push up, giving a indication for supply and demand trading with the trend guys to get in, and then break that. And if it does do that, I'm looking to set it to go down for 10 pips. That's what I will be doing. That's what I look for. I look for the it's like an institutional move. I look for that fake, that little pivot, that's a that, what do I call it? That inducement. Okay, I look for price to make me want to come into the market in an impulsive way. Oh, quickly, wow, boom, get in like that. When I see that, I wait for it to reverse that. So I look for that. That's why I look when I'm trading like on a discretionary mentality, which I am right now because systematic approach is not working right now. There's nothing available except for on gold. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that inducement, and this is an inducement. So big breakout. It's been here sitting around doing nothing. Big breakout. Pull in. Give me a nice engulfing candle to make me think it's going long again. Then reversing that, and that's when I'm looking to sell it. That's what I'm looking to do, because that's them trying to make money. I want to make money with them. I'm not trying to just go with whatever. See, I'm trying to go with what I think they're doing. And look, there you go again. So big inducement, come here, nice break. Where do you think the stop losses are? If you train your eyes like this, like I think you're gonna be more profitable than just going with the trend. So pushing up here, where's your stop loss? Your stop loss is right there. And you got an imbalance here. There's a great argument for it to be sold. You got your stop loss there. So I can see this getting underneath there. And let's not forget, DAX is already pushing down. So if this stays in line with DAX, FTSE could be a sell. So let me have a look. And I did say it's still sitting in that supply zone, no? On the higher time frame. Let's zoom out. Yep, still sitting in this massive supply zone, and it's playing around, and I just don't trust it. Look at this sideways price action, big inducement, pulls in, continuation. Is that a fake? Possibly. DAX suggests, yeah. DAX said we're meant to be going down. What are you doing? And if it gets underneath here, stop losses are taken. Maybe that's a quick move to push it down further to this demand. Does it go further and go underneath? Don't know. That's a risk. But if it gets underneath here, I would say at least it gets down. I'll be looking to take price down to there. Okay. So pushes up, gets underneath here. I'll try to take price down there for a few points. Let's see what's going on there. Hourly, nothing yet. It's too the range is just too big. Nothing to see on there. Okay. A win for me today would to be get $15. I want to win this gold trade. It's just moving so slow. I'm not that patient. Come on, gold. You know I'm not that patient. Push. I'm not that patient. I'm a scalper, not a string trader. Push. $15. That's a very good win for me today. I made 0.5 on the account. Back to I'm out of drawdown. That'd be good. EURUSD, still nothing. Like to see how this plays out. What do you think? Do I stay in gold or just take the win? It's very slow. I know today I expected it to be slow, but this is really slow. I've made something from it. Got the additional push out here. It's going to pull back in. It could just come back to my break even and go again, or it could just start pushing against to try run this. Let me make sure that this isn't equal lows and I have been set up. Yeah, it's looking very, yeah, it's not looking nice down here. Stop loss is all underneath here. It's not looking nice. Do I take the win? I may have missed the opportunity now. Not gonna take $6. Do I take the win on gold, get out of it, or do I wait to see if we could get another push up? It's in this candle, we really want to see it. Maybe I'll wait to the next hour and see what happens. Regardless, gold is going to be slow. Stop loss is in a good place. If the next hour comes, takes me out, that's when, okay, I'm wrong. But I may just hold it, I'm not sure. And that's why I don't like holding positions. I start second guessing it. It's taking too long, too much time to think. Good thing just to walk away now. If you are a swing trader, obviously it's probably what you do. You're used to it. Scalpers, this is hard. Hard just to sit in and move. Been in this maybe 2 hours. Hour 30 minutes. Very long time. Used to be in moves about 20 minutes, 30 minutes on average. Hour 30 minutes, a long time just to get a small win. A big win. Yeah, big win in terms of risking, say, a 1 to 10 or something like that. Yeah, you need to wait around for it. But a small win, this is a long time to wait. So let's see. Okay, break and retest on EURUSD. Still not getting involved in that. I'm not doing a break and retest. I'm gonna wait to in the next 7 minutes, see what happens, and maybe there's another scalping opportunity there. FTSE slowly coming down. Maybe it's not interested. DAX is pushing up now. Maybe FTSE is gonna go from here. So if you did buy that and you held it and it hasn't taken you out, that's good. If you hold it and it breaks out, very happy for you. Very happy for you. I like to see people winning, man. The market's against us, man. Any of us winning is a good thing. I like to see people winning. All right, so EURUSD is pushing out. I'm still looking to sell it. Go look for another sell. Let me just check where price is. Okay. Is it coming for this gap? Where are you going? Where are you going, my friend? There's highs up there could be interested in. Use this as support. Put this, put that. Could be right there. Ooh, not sure. Looking like a sell. Looking like a sell. Let's see what's going on over here. Interesting price point here. Resistance. It could be here for the sell. And if it's on the new hour, it's about to start in 5 minutes, could be a sell here. It's a difficult one. All I really want is to trade with conviction, and for me to do that is to wait for my setup, and I can't see it. It's just not presenting it. It's just doing all of this nonsense here. Could have entered there for a quick sell. To do that, I will need a negative risk to reward, and I'll need to hold it and anticipate drawdown. Let's see what H1's looking for. I'm still looking for a sell on this. Yeah, it should be there. Let's see. Very strong argument to sell here. Right. This next break. It could push up against me, take some drawdown. I think I want to sell this. Yeah, I'm selling this again. Let's see if we could get. I'm anticipating some drawdown. I'm gonna wait for the new candle, the new hour print, and maybe that brings it back down towards this demand here for it to go again. But I'm definitely anticipating drawdown, and I'm gonna risk. I only put 0.5 on it, so I'm risking 0.5 on the account, which is $100. So I can live with that. Let's see what we could do with this. I made about $100 today, so I'm risking profits really for the day, break even day, worst case scenario. Let's see what happens in the next 3 minutes. To push against me a little bit more, but in the next hour candle, that's when I expect something. I don't know why it's gonna leave all the liquidity here without trying to run it. It's in resistance now. It's above it, so you can use it and continue as support now, or with the new candle push back to this demand, and that's what I'm hoping it does. So let's see. Probably will be my last trade on this one. I have taken more trades than I wanted to, but like I said, the market's just been slow, so I've adapted to the market. Try to use a discretionary approach a little bit here, and it's worked so far, and I'm gonna see if it continues. We are 20 pips, $20 down so far. We are risking $100 on this. I'm gonna get my stop loss in just in case for some reason it decides to be very aggressive and try to run and fill this gap, which it should fill this gap. But new candle, new H1 candle in 2 minutes. Let's just wait it out. Gonna put my stop loss in, initial stop loss, and I'm gonna adjust it in a second. Make sure I'm not over leveraged. We are 91. Okay, I'm just gonna try and make this $100 risk. Yeah, risky trade, risky entry. H1 candle. Let's see what you got for me. So let's see. Entry is 11. So we want 31.9. 31.9. Okay, we are in. Stop loss is in. Only risking 20 pips, 0.5% of the count, $100. We're gonna see what happens. We could get a pullback, or it's just gonna push up against us now with this new H1 candle. It's breaking up, pushing up, going against us. The drawdown is incoming. It's not that far from my TP, so very, very likely we could get stopped out, but still gonna take the trade and see what happens there. Following the trend on the higher time frame, this should push down. This is a reversal. It could end up taking these highs, all of them. Big risk, but I have to do something, right? I have to do something today. And if I'm going to do something, that's the move. That was the only move for me. Catching that breakout was too hard. It had so much consolidation. It's broke out from consolidation. So the move I'm looking for, break from consolidation, pull back into the zone. That's what people are looking for. Pull back to the zone to continue the trend. That's what people are looking for. So I'm going to be on the opposite side of that to sell it, to pull it back into that zone. And I really want to see it to come back to this point. I want want to see it come back here. Stop losses are underneath here, so I want to see you come back underneath there, here, and if you want to continue going up, go up from there. That's what I want to see with this H1 candle. If I could take a small win, I'll take that. The main move is in gold. Happy with that. Let's have a look, see where gold is sitting. Yeah, okay, gold. Good thing about having a look at this other two, it means I could be patient with this one. That's where I really want the win to come from. You need to manage this and make sure that this doesn't take the profits from that win away. And we just need to see what's going on. Let's switch M1. Let's see if there's something here, an indication that it may come down. It looks like it's going to break out again. M1 suggesting that. There's no reason for it to come down. There's no imbalances to fill or anything like that. The only reason for it to come down now would be to run some stop losses, which should be sitting underneath here. So let's wait and see if that happens. Did this touch? Looks like it's going to break out again. Okay, so still got 2 minutes of this candle. It's breaking out again. We're going to see what happens in the next 5-minute candle and then make a decision. It's not looking good. Might be our first loss of the day. If I take it for $100, hopefully the gold trade holds and I'll still end the day green. Two more minutes before I make a decision. Maybe I could get out break even with this. Let's see. I either take this loss or hopefully break even. Let's see if it pulls back down. One minute left of this candle. I would expect some kind of pullback. If it does not give me that pullback, very likely to get stopped out. Yeah, we're getting stopped out. So aggressive. And we are stopped out. Let me close this if I can. 1 minute left, you know. Missed the trade, missed the opportunity. Ah, yeah, it's gonna take us out. Let it take us out. Okay, so hopefully gold is moving now because I need that win now. It's an important win now. End of day green. Took a chance, discretionary. Shouldn't have done that for this account. Should have been systematic. It's just price hasn't been giving me anything, so I forced this trade a bit. Still like the theory, but it's not something I back tested. It's just based on experience and intuition, and that's what happened. Let's see with gold. Gold is so slow. Could take this win, call it break-even day, and see if there's another opportunity. I'm gonna take this gold win, call it break-even day, and see if there's another opportunity to get the win for the day and wrap it up from there. I like DAX for a buy. FTSE is looking like a breakout. Let's not jump into anything straight away. FTSE really looks like it's breaking out. Yeah, I like FTSE for a buy. Go use some size in FTSE, try get a buy from here. Let's see. Just manage your risk. It's right down there. Really don't like that. Let's see. We're looking for a buy on FTSE. Just a quick breakout. Yeah, we're in on the FTSE. Very risky trade. This is a discretionary approach. And if it works out, great. If not, I have to learn from that. Learn from that. Okay, so let's get our stop loss in. Very small risk. Only risking $27 here. If it's a loss, that's fine. If it breaks out, that's great. Let's see if we could get this breakout and we'll see if we could hold it and make something for today. EURUSD, where are you going? I may buy a pullback on EURUSD if it makes sense. Where are you going? Okay, fill the gap. Now you want to fill the gap. Okay, so fill that gap. Am I selling this? I might be selling this. Selling this for a quick pullback. I should have waited for the candle to close. New 5-minute candle starting now. Alright, I'm out. I should have waited for the candle to close, got in there, and then have it dry back down towards demand. Should have waited for that. Bad trade, and I am going to slow down now. So this FTSE trade is going to be the last trade for the day. I can feel myself going back into my discretionary approach a bit too much. I can do this, but it's a 50-50. If I'm reading it right on a slow market like this, I can make some money, but it's not the approach I wanted to take with this account. So I need to hold myself accountable. It's not what I wanted to do today. I forced it because the market wasn't giving me anything. I am aware of that. And now I'm going to slow down. No more trades on EURUSD. Discipline needs to kick in. That was a bad trade. It was a win, but that was a bad trade in terms of my approach. FTSE, going to hold this trade, see if we get a breakout. And if we get the breakout, let's see. It's small risk, only $27. I'm going to reduce my risk even further if we get this breakout and see where this candle goes. I would assume it takes these highs. Yeah, some equal highs up here. I would assume it takes those highs. Let's just mark that out, get our TP in. That would explain why it didn't pull down when DAX had pulled down so much. It's been very bullish. Let's see. Take those highs, aiming for these highs. Okay. So I would assume it takes this higher first. That might be first TP. Second would be up there at 86.38. Okay, small win. If it gets up there, small loss. If it doesn't. Okay, where we? Right, so it looks like it's gonna go and get the breakout here. It's gonna be a green day regardless. Not much of a win so far. Let's hope it pushes out. Let's see what happened with gold. Was I right to get out? So far, yeah. I did decide to get out because it had reversed most of this trend already. That may have just been the objective. It's pulled out, and there is a lot of equal lows underneath where my stop loss would have been, so it could pull back down. Glad I got out there so far. I took some wins there. And let's see, so that EURUSD one, that sell, so that was a sell. Pull it back down. Should feel some of this imbalance, maybe go back up, or it continues down. The higher time frames trend says to me that from here it should continue down to run these liquidity here, and the only reason pushed up here was just to fill this gap completely, and now it's done that. It's going to go back down. Now, the reason I trade EURUSD is very efficient, so gaps like this, it doesn't tend to leave it. So I was here buying this, I think yesterday, can't remember, on Monday, can't remember, but basically I saw this gap and that was the argument to try. Yeah, I was buying that to try to get this gap filled. It didn't do that, but now it has reversed here to come fill that gap, and that's why I like trading EURUSD. Very efficient. So it's come here, filled that gap, and it's selling down. That's why I took that sell there. Once it filled the gap, I just realized that, you know, there was no clear setup. It's just me getting in based on intuition, and I'm doing that a bit too much today. Good scalp, but it was too early. No real indication in price what was going to go on other than filling that gap, and that was the intention. Could have held it for a little bit more, 10 pips, 13 pips, $130 could have made there, but I made a quick $50 instead. So FTSE looking like it's breaking out, and this is going to be the last trade yet. So got the breakout. Maybe just trail this one, or I'll just take the small win and call it a day. Yeah. Well done hitting TP and NAS. I'm going to have a quick look at that and see how that's going on, what's going on there. Okay. I could be very conservative, move my stop loss. Do I take a small win here today? Let's wait a little bit with FTSE. This hour candle just started and it's not done much today. The intention could be to go further. Let's wait a little bit. Stop loss is going to be adjusted. Only $17. And reason I did it because I don't want to see it come down here. There's a trend right now. This is the low of the trend. I don't want to see you come back down here. If you are coming back down here, it's potentially reversing, and I'm not interested in that. You broke out from there, going nice and slow. Respect your trend, carry on going up. So let's switch over to NASDAQ, see what's going on there. Clean this up. Okay, so H1 quick view. Oh, there's a sell on NASDAQ. What was you doing on NASDAQ? Was you buying that, riding this trend? It's looking like it's reversing now. This is potential sell actually. Could definitely see a sell on NASDAQ right now. Definitely see a sell on NASDAQ. Look at all this massive gap. It's at a high. I know it's reversing what's going on with the news catalyst because of Trump. It's been reversing that, and I'm very glad for that because I got I'm heavily invested in index funds, and I lost about 20% this year because of Trump. Thank you. But I do believe it's going to get back. So it could have been reversing all of this, and it could continue going up. It's just when I see big gaps like this, I expect price to come back to fill it. NASDAQ isn't like EURUSD, it's not as efficient as it, so it may not come back down. I'm just seeing this pull back based on this H1 candle, seeing a little break there, and liquidity under here. I can see it coming back down before it continues up again. Let me know what you were doing on NASDAQ. Okay, so you sold on NASDAQ. We saw it the same way. Nice to see. And yeah, not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. So we had the trend here, pushes up, comes here, fakes is continuing up, breaks the trend, and now it's either reversing or it's just doing a pullback. Okay, so what's going on with this? Nice and slow. Okay, this is pushing up again. Had a pullback, is it? We don't know yet. But that was a quick scalp. DAX is very... Do you know what? Nothing's really moving. So DAX looks like it's going down. Does that mean FTSE you're going to turn around here and join it? Potentially. Let's see if we could get another drive out with the FTSE, and then we're going to call it. FTSE's looking bullish even though it's in the supply zone. We'll go wait, see if we could get another breakout, and hopefully it's a strong one this time. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Had the trend there, broke it here, strong, pulled back in there, pushing up again. Maybe the target is where my TP is. We'll see. There is a higher time frame trend, higher lows here, just being respected. So this one here that created this high here, this low respected that. So even though it's pushed up here and it's trailed back down, it respected it again. So from this low here, I'd assume it's aiming for this high to continue its trend. Can't leave my stop loss there. Trailing my stop loss based on my entry, managing my risk, and we'll see if we could get another drive up. It's not looking likely. It's very slow. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see what happened with gold. Was I right to get out? Early days. Looks like I may have got out prematurely, but it came back to my entry. So I'm happy to take the win on gold. And I may be wrapping this up because it's not moving at all. Not a lot going on. FTSE looking coming down again. DAX is looking very heavy. It's not what I want to see. FTSE is slowing down. Let's see. Okay, so I'm only risking $17. I think I could hold that to see if we could get another drive up. It's not really broke out. It's not really reversing either. It reverses when it gets underneath this low. So I think we could hold FTSE a little bit longer. I think the buy makes more sense. There's a reversal there. To break and reverse this, needs to come underneath here. So the stop loss is good. The entry is okay. Could have done better with the entry, but I was looking at something else. TP is good. Stop loss is good. TP is good. It's just the entry. Ideal entry would have been here. So I said this is the setup that a lot of influencers trade. It does work. That's how they are able to trade it. It does work, but it doesn't mean it works all the time. It's, for me, it's not something I could consistently trade, because the opportunity for it to work is, in my eyes, is about 60%, 60-40, I would say. And you have to trade less. So I need something that's more frequent. hopefully we'll get this drive up and close the position and call it. Got things to do today. Creating a lot of good habits with this stream, by the way. So thank you for all of you joined the stream. It really helps me having this routine, coming in, getting my thoughts out. And at the end of the stream, I'm done with trading. And that's the main thing, not over trading. So my two main issues were over trading and over leveraging. And as you see, it does creep back in, but I'm trying to work on it. Having this routine helps. I'm not sure if I want to lose anything here. I feel like to move to break even. This candle, it's not looking good. No, not looking good. I'm not losing anything there. The reason I got out here with FTSE is because of DAX. This is what's going on the DAX. I'm not very experienced in trading the two instruments, but what I see on the DAX is it's looking very bearish. And if FTSE moves in accordance with DAX, which is a fair assumption, this is a great place for it to start pulling back down. So not trying to hold that and see. So let's see if there's anything else. EURUSD pushing. Trading with the trend maybe. That's an option. Enter in there, stop loss there. It's an option. I really do want to take another trade, but I think we're going to take the win for today. It was back and forth, had some wins and losses, but we're going to leave it as a positive day. And hopefully tomorrow it's a better start. If I need to see something better than this. I mean, look at that. I need to see something better than this. So tomorrow, better start, better price action, and maybe we could grind something out. Let's just check everything. I think by Friday or so, maybe this, if the gold still holds, maybe by the end of the week we'll see it back up here. We'll see. That's a big hope, big ask. We'll see. It's pushing up now, just too slow for me. EURUSD is the one for me, but today just been fickle. It's trading with the trend. So I'm gonna do some back testing after the stream and see what's going on. So what I've identified is that trading with the trend would have been the best thing to do, even though it pulls back and stops you out and stuff and then goes in that direction. Very annoying. It seems like we are in a trending market. I'm gonna back test a bit, review it, make a decision, and I'll be ready for tomorrow. Even though systematic approach says there's only one setup I'm looking for, I need to be able to adapt to the market. And what I'm seeing is trading with the trend works. It's working, it's holding. Look at this. Very slow here, nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. But in terms of EURUSD, yeah. Buy this breakout, stop loss underneath there. So option. Tempting. tempting, but I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not a fan of the price action right now. I can still see a sell. I just could still see a sell. I know it's going against what I'm seeing right now. Price is pushing up, fill the gap, broke the Monday highs, pushing up. Maybe it's going above this high here. If I was in this trade already from here, I'll be trailing my stop, aiming for these highs. Let's see if we could do more. Yeah, aiming for those highs, aiming for this high at least, if I was still in this. If I was in it. If I'm not in it, I'm looking to sell it, waiting for price to give me something to sell this. And maybe it comes when I'm off stream, but I'm not going to take any trades on the systematic account this account off stream. Again, you guys are helping me with that. I'm not doing any of that. I'm gonna do it. Well, I will take it off stream, but I'm not taking it after I said I stopped. I'm not taking any more trades today off stream. If the setup comes before stream, I have to take it, but I'm not going to be taking anything after today when I've said I stopped. Yeah. Very hard day to work. Very hard day. Have had a decent session, made some money, and I will call it. I will call it. Yeah, we're going to call it. We're not going to force anything. Not gonna, look how slow this is. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to force that. Now DAX is looking like a buy again. Not going to force it. Gold is slowed down. Glad that I was out of that. Glad I was out of that. So I would say the only mistake I would have made was this loss here. But I managed the risk. Took a small 0.5 loss. Made it back with this pullback. Almost made all of it back. Made some of it back with this pullback. So I'm up on the day. I'll call it. We'll do that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. Same place, same time tomorrow. And yeah, be careful. If you're trading with the trend, that might be the option. And manage your risk. This is Patrick signing out. Until next time. Peace.